if he remembers. It's time for Do You Like It or Not on this Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday night. I already said what the show title is, so you can see where my brain is at tonight. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we're talking about Zoom rooms, but not the type that we use here on this show every night. We're talking about a different type of Zoom room. We're also talking about open table spying on you. That's going to be our top story tonight. We're also talking about iPhone pockets, pennies, and much more. So let's dive right in and talk about how you can join us live to weigh in on all of these topics and more. That's the graphic we put up every single night. You know we're streaming. There are a lot of different ways that you can weigh in. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll check those coming up here in just a minute. We'll read them a little later after we take our first commercial break. If you're watching on our website or Fox Local Mobile on your phone and you want to join the Zoom room, all you got to do is head over to my Instagram. I posted a link to that Zoom room. It's pinned to the top of my profile right there, Fox 5, producer Chris. That's also where we're streaming live on TikTok. Speaking of Instagram, we've got our broadcast channel as well. That's where we post stories every so often to get the conversation started a little early. And last but not least, if you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, all you got to do is make it a two-screen experience. Grab your phone, scan the QR code, and get your hot takes ready. We're going to check in with all our virtual co-hosts in the Zoom room in just a second. First, though, we have to welcome our in-studio one making his Do You Like It or Not debut. Please welcome Fox 5 Research Director, David Chiari. David, thank you so much for joining us. Please explain to the viewers who haven't seen you before how you ended up going from our research department to on TV.
I don't know if
He's funny. That's the answer. He's funny.
I had a few cocktails at the Christmas party a few years ago.
Okay.
Made all the anchors laugh, and they were like, you know what?
Let's bring him on.
Let's get this mildly looking a man, let's get him on TV. So
all right, and he dresses for the part,
I do.
much more so than myself. I've got a bone to pick with you because I
Okay.
watched the last half hour, and you may not realize it, but this phone that we're streaming live on TikTok right now is an
that
Android.
That's straight to the trash. Then I don't know. no, it's a
Sheep.
That's actually a very great phone.
Well,
it's a great
thank,
phone.
yeah,
It's a great phone.
he's just saying
I'm
that
just-
now.
what-
We'll talk
I'm a
about that.
schmoozer.
We'll
I'm a schmoozer.
talk about that story coming up here in just a bit. Are you ready to dive in though?
Let's go.
In the meantime, let's
All
do it.
right.
All right, we're starting off tonight with a warning for anyone who uses Open Table because it's not only spying on you, it's also ratting you out when you make your restaurant reservations. And it's doing it with some help from AI. Open Table is compiling information on users who frequent the platform. That information is being used to tell restaurants things like a diner's preferred seating, their go-to drink order, how likely they are to leave a review, or how likely they are to be a high spender. But the platform is also exposing diners who make a lot of last-minute cancellations, giving restaurants the option to decline flaky reservation requests. OpenTable insists the change is both beneficial to the restaurants and diners. They say customers can opt out of sharing certain data with the platform. But David, getting judged by OpenTable this way, do you like this or not?
I love it. I love
shocked by
penalizing bad diners. I love penalizing bad tippers and mean people.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, why are you mean to like wait staff? There are people who just, you know.
I don't disagree with that in any way, shape, or form.
Penalize these people. Get them out of society.
But at the same time, I'm one of those people, and
Oh boy, Chris.
I have 2 email accounts with it so that I can make reservations at 2 different restaurants. Because look, let's just be honest. There have been times where I'm like, oh, you know what? This would be a great place. And then I tell, hey, I made a reservation here. I don't want to go there. So then I have a backup reservation ready to go. But they won't let you make simultaneous reservations. So you got to have 2 different emails going.
I like your system of balancing things. I live like that. I have multiple women in my life. Kidding. Chris, kidding. I joke because I'm here. No, I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I feel there's something wrong about holding multiple reservations. That happens in golf too. I play a lot of golf. People hold multiple tee times, so yeah, you're kind of like screwed. Like, what are you doing?
I get it. And look, we use things like Uber and Lyft, and they give us a rating based on our performance. I want to go into the line Zoom room, and I want to call on Allison. But Allison, before we get into this topic, we also want to send some well wishes. I saw your Instagram story with your bedazzled crutches. What happened?
Literally, our poor little friend Onyx got into an altercation with another dog in the house, and I tried to break it up, and I fell backwards, and my body went one way, foot went the other. and I broke my foot in several different places, and I'll be having surgery in about 2 weeks. But I have a smile on my face, and I'm sure you saw about my business. I'm hoping that I'm going to call Pimp My Crutches,
Yeah.
so I can make you have pretty crutches so you can have a good experience and not think about the pain.
All right. Well, we're all sending well wishes to you. But in
Thank
the meantime, do
you.
you like this idea of open table kind of ratting you out based on your behavior at a restaurant, your preferences at a restaurant?
I don't think so, because sometimes it might not be that there is an issue with the person. Like maybe that person actually had a bad experience, and then maybe the restaurant doesn't want to be, holding their end of what they really did. Like sometimes some of this stuff might not be so truthful, not tell a true story. So I don't think I like this.
Okay. How about you, Christina and Eddie? Do you guys like this or not?
I don't know how I like it. Yeah, I'm a frequent open table user, but I'm a good user of open table. I don't cancel reservations last minute unless I absolutely have to. So I would hope I wouldn't get penalized for that. But what I don't do is leave reviews because I think I just forget to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be penalized for that.
Hey, I know Eddie, and that's we met in the green room, right? Hey, what's going on?
They're
See?
in here live
Listen
as
to
well.
me,
They beat you to the punch.
I'm a man around town, so
Yes,
I'm
obviously.
everywhere. I'm here, I'm there.
All right.
I love
All right. We've got another restaurant-related story we want to get to, but I'm going to let the team from Barstool explain this one. Take a listen.
Never sent.
I've never
feedback.
said. Also, I hate like
not.
confrontation.
I'll never send
And so I've
feedback.
never
yeah,
sent
no.
I do
feedback.
whatever's given to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
It's never happened in once.
That's
in
like
my
a
career.
fear of mine. If I'm on like a date with a girl and she sends it back, I'm never talking to her again.
The only time you send it back if you wanted your meat cooked a certain way and it's not.
I still
Even
can't.
that-
But I
had
still
one
wouldn't
steak
say it because I'm
once.
scared.
Even that, that's like a
Yeah.
that's a deal breaker for me.
I had one steak once that was purple, and I
Yeah.
had to send it back.
Okay, that's.
But
I had to send it
I
back
was
one
like,
time. There's hair in my food.
I'm still eating it. I don't.
Sending food back at a restaurant, a red flag, according to these guys.
I agree with them.
You agree?
I unless there's a curly hair on that food. Sorry, keep you know what I mean.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not sending it back. I feel like it's like I would be embarrassed. I would be. This is. I'm not a king. Like, all right, sorry. I went there, had a bad experience. Yeah, I'll write a bad Yelp review, but I'm not sending it back. I'm
Table's
sorry.
gonna
Yeah.
report because
Yeah, I'll
they're
get
gonna
dinged on
rat
open
you out.
table. Yeah.
Chad, how about you? Are you the type to send food back at a restaurant, or are you just the type to suck it up and just eat it?
I suck up and eat it because you never send food back. You don't know what they're going to do to your food unless, again, like you just said, unless there's like a finger in it or something. I'll send it back then. But no, if it's just like not cooked the way I want, I'm just going to endure and then just never go there again. Yeah, you don't send anything back. That's a personality flaw, I think. I don't like that.
I'm curious what Melissa thinks about this one, because sometimes I find that this can be a gender issue, because my wife is more than happy to send it back on my behalf.
Boy.
I'm very respectful when it comes to, if food is not done a certain way or if things are not done a certain way. I'm very polite. I will not allow you to take the plate back. However, I will ask you if there's something missing or anything to please bring it, because it's not the waiter's fault.
Right.
It could be, bad service or, too many people in the restaurant or whatever, but I will never send the food back. Never. Absolutely not.
Okay, David, how about you?
I've probably sent back 3 dishes back to the chef in my entire life. One of them happened to be recently, like within the last month.
Okay.
Was a waffle, Belgian waffle. And when it served to me, like, it was like bread. It wasn't cooked at all. Like the outside was cooked, but the inside wasn't. And so even the waitress came and said, "Hey, that doesn't look good. Why don't you let me take it back?" And I told her, I don't think it's the cook. I think it's like your machine. The machine like didn't cook thoroughly. Like something was wrong with it. It were only cooked the outside. And so there are circumstances in which like they owe you a good product. Now it's not to be abused, like people are saying, but
I get where this group is coming from. And I can understand that if people have like food allergies or sensitivities type of a thing, and it shows up and it has it, but there's a nice way to do everything and hopefully keep that open table rating high. All right, we're just over 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. You may be starting to plan your dinner, or maybe you're just planning to shop for it. Many stores and restaurants now offering pre-made dinners for families to pick up. Costco, one of them, their prepackaged dinner costs $200 if you're interested. It includes a 5-pound turkey, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, a pumpkin pie, and more. So David, when it comes to holiday dinners, do you like things pre-made or do you like things handmade?
I'm gonna always go homemade. It's always better, made with love.
Made with love.
I used
You
to
can
go
taste
to
the love.
a place called Publix. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. A
I've
great
been to
sandwich place.
Florida,
So
I've
there was a
had
lady.
Publix.
She made a sandwich for me one day. She was so angry at me. I could taste the hate in the sandwich. So from there, I've known love in the food makes a difference. Chris, you know what I'm talking
Makes a
about.
little bit
Yeah.
of difference.
So
I
yeah,
don't-
homemade all the way.
I don't disagree, but I'm also a practical person, so I
course.
understand why some people like to save the
Of
time.
course.
Allison, how about you? Homemade, pre-made? Preference?
Yeah, I definitely prefer homemade, but a lot of people have like multiple jobs or don't get holidays off, so they don't always have time to cook. And I would also like to shout out a very good friend of mine, and she has a business called Cooking with Loving, and she makes that home cooked type of food, and you can get it for a very low cost if you check on her website. But yeah, it's something that people don't always have time to do, but still want that homemade, loving type of meal.
And I think that's the way to go, where you can like hire a chef, a home chef who does those sort of things for you. Christina and Eddie, how about you guys? And who is the chef in the family?
Me, definitely me.
I can't cook.
Yeah, he can't cook.
Eddie, come on,
you know
man.
what? Yeah.
I try to cook when we first got married. I tried to cook a steak for her, and I thought, because my father was a ghetto chef, and I watched him and I tried to do it, and I destroyed it. Ever since then, I left it alone.
He put the steak in flour,
flour and mayonnaise,
like it was fried chicken, like chicken fried steak.
Eddie, all right, you know what? Yeah, Eddie, you're banned from me. You're banned from my kitchen. If you ever come over here.
So let me answer this. Yeah, so homemade for sure. One time we did a pre-made at Copper Canyon Grill, which is a restaurant here in the DMV, and it was great. But you can taste that they made it the day before, and it didn't taste as good as if I cooked it myself. So I definitely go homemade. It was helpful to have that time saved, but it's not as good.
Homemade, yep, definitely homemade.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I've definitely done the Whole Foods like Thanksgiving
so have I.
before, where they've done the sides, the gravy,
And it's
everything
not
like that.
bad, by the way.
No, they'll
It's not bad.
They'll sell you like a seasoned turkey, and you just got to throw it in the oven. And that was, morning show life. Sometimes you didn't have the time to prep the same way. It wasn't so bad, and the price was right. All right, next up, a major change for change. The era of the penny officially over. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia printed the last batch today, officially. It's been making the copper coin for more than 200 years, and it's gotten expensive to produce. Each 1 cent coin actually costs about 4 cents to make, and fewer actually get used in financial transactions. We made a poll out of this earlier today. Should the U.S. get rid of all coins? 40% of people say yes, 40% say no, and 20% say just the penny. David, do you like the idea of ditching the penny entirely?
I'm okay with ditching the penny. It's like, what are you going to throw into a wishing fountain? I guess nickels and stuff. But all coins, well, this is psychotic. That's crazy. I love quarters, half dollars. We should bring those back. Those are not like, come on, man. Those are my favorite. Big thing, and then
Where are you even going to use it?
if I'm a villain, I'm making decisions. I'm Two-Faced basically. I'm good with the penny.
Are you okay with paying more? So say something costs, $1.99 and now it's $2 because they can't give you 1 cent and change.
I mean, I'm totally good with that. It was in my mind, it's already $2.
It was already $2.
The 99 cents means nothing.
David, are you a penny collector? Are you going to miss the penny?
Not going to miss a penny. I'll probably hold on to one for, just for old time's sake. I'm not going to spend it.
No.
But, Europe goes the other way. If we talk about, getting rid of change, they're actually like replacing dollar bills with change, €1, €2 coins that they have out there. So maybe that's the way to go too. But yeah, penny, no, let go of that thing.
Melissa, how about you? I think you agree. Oh, this is your change purse?
Listen, this is really stupid. When I was growing up, if someone gave me 4 quarters, I was rich. Growing up as a kid, you gave me change in my pocket. I thought I was living life. same thing now, when you teach kids about monetary value, with that Cash App and all that Venmo stuff. No, give them actual real money so they can know what it feels like, what it looks like, how to make a transaction. Not everything is going to be electronic. What about if we go on a blackout and we actually need our coins and we need our currency? I think this is a really stupid idea.
So apparently this final batch that they minted today are not even going to be put into circulation. There are already billions still out in circulation. So it's not like they're going to disappear overnight, but they're going to auction them off at a later date.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you've ever been to, I don't even know if it's still open, but that restaurant Lincoln downtown, it's got, the entire floor is made out of pennies. Like
is that where he got?
Type of a thing. No,
okay.
That's Ford's
all right.
Theater.
I was worried.
For the history buffs out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Sorry.
Right. Next up, we've got the story that David already got on my bad side over. Apple wants to make it easier to carry your iPhone. So now it's rolling out a special pocket. You see it right there. The tech company teamed up with a fashion designer for this iPhone pocket. They're a 3D over-the-body strap designed to carry any sized iPhone. The pocket comes in two lengths. A short one that will cost you a mere $150. That's a lot of pennies. And a long one for $230. The new accessory officially goes on sale Friday. If you are interested, David, $200 to carry your phone in a sock. Do you like it or not? And tell the people what you said in the 7 o'clock hour about the version for Android.
So so basically an Android created their own version. It's just a trash bag because it should be in trash. This is really silly. I feel like this should come with a cigarette and maybe a beret. This is an insane thing to wear. If I ever saw you on the street, I'm gonna roasting you. I might put you on TikTok and I just put you on blast.
Yeah.
I cannot stand this thing. This is hideous. It's a pocket. They invented a $150 pocket. Like, that's great.
It's a $150 sock. Chad, can we go back to just wearing like the clip on our phone, like on our belt?
No, we can't go to phone. Chris, we can't go to phone clip, but I do have a Merce. I have the smallest little Merce. And I put my one on the back of it has the room for the phone, and the inside has room for your keys and everything else. Because I hate loading up my pockets, but I don't want to carry a giant bag. So, and the concept I liked, but this I don't like how it looks, or the price is ridiculous. Right. That's not that. I like having go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say, Allison, is this just indicative that phones are getting too big, that we can't even fit them in our pockets or purses anymore? It needs its own little carrying sack?
No, I just think this is iPhone just trying to make money. And I think if I wanted to have one of those, I would contact Christina or I would contact my girl Melissa and give them $30 and ask them to make me one. $150 is out of control for that. That's ridiculous.
You're going to find this on Amazon for like $10 in a week. Not to mention the fact that I'm pretty sure they made like a sleeve, a similar thing for the iPad a couple years ago, and it was like $30 for a pack of 6. Freddie, what are you doing down there? I see you doing something.
Yeah, actually, can you hear me well?
I can hear you.
Yeah, well, actually, I never met. Is that David? I never met David before.
How you doing? Freddie, I love that fedora, man. You're looking good, brother.
Thank you, though. And guess what? Based on your segment, iPhone Pocket, I just put it in like this.
There you go.
All right.
There's no way in hell I'm going to be spending an iPhone Pocket.
Yeah.
I've seen that, and there's no way I would waste my $150 on this. So I'd rather just put it in my pants instead.
Exactly. Speaking of phones, this is the debate that comes up from time to time. You may have heard of this one. It's a generational gap question. What device do you use to make big purchases? For many millennials, shopping for things like flights is strictly laptop territory. Gen Z, more comfortable making big purchases on their small screen. So David, for you, when it comes to big purchases, do you need to break out the laptop? Or can
Always.
You always?
And you know what? I do them at work too because I feel like it's like more secure here.
Do you get stressed out?
Yeah, I get stressed out about getting, picked off by, some hacker out there. So I do all my big purchases on my computer at work only. Anything else I do on my phone. So yeah.
Okay, so now work has all of your itinerary if it's tracking you.
They own me. I'm here right now.
Yeah,
it's 7:30.
exactly.
That's true. They own me.
On a Wednesday
I should
night
be out, having a few, gin and tonics.
You can do that on the show here. We do.
Oh, that's
Chad,
true. Oh, okay.
Chad usually has a drink. You can see him. Yeah, there he goes. Chad, what are you drinking tonight?
Rum and Coke.
Rum and Coke.
Exactly. So my laptop, I have a Air, it was a MacBook. There you go. And it died. So my computer's been dead for like 8 months. And the only thing I really do on my computer anymore is like my taxes. And everything else is on my phone.
Okay.
So, and I have like a lot of my DJ music on there, and I have to recover that. But like that's the only thing I'm concerned about is my DJ music and my
And he's
taxes,
Gen X.
W2.
Christina and Eddie, how about you guys?
Yeah, I think I tend to do bigger purchases on the laptop because then I'll print out the receipt and just in case. Like we just bought another laptop maybe 2 weeks ago, and we did do it purchase on a laptop. Interestingly enough, so yeah, I agree with this. I think the smaller like Amazon purchases, stuff like that. I think that's the way we do it.
And she prints everything out.
Yeah, I print everything out.
Yeah, she prints everything out.
That's what we should do a poll about who still has a printer,
still has a
because
printer?
I got rid of my Canon bubble jet.
I think
Remember that thing?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
But it Bluetooth to my phone. I did my taxes on my phone the last few years, and I can't tell you how pissed off people got when I told them that I did that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was easy. TurboTax had anyway.
ChatGPT is doing my taxes next
Keep the
year,
comments coming on YouTube. We'll check those in just a minute. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the Zoom room and why it may be the hottest thing out there. And we're not just talking about our Zoom room. We'll be right back. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I'll switch. Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Wednesday night. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. I understand we're having some audio issues maybe here in the first half. Hopefully you could hear David at least. All right, in the meantime, let's go ahead and check those YouTube comments. You know we like to do that every now and then. West Virginia Ben, I would be okay with weeding out problem customers. That's talking about the open table reservation system. If it's legit, I would send it back. For example, if it's cold or undercooked, you can do that in a polite way, talking about sending back food. By the way, Fox local volume a little low. Just a heads up. This is why I love our YouTube comment section, because they let us know when we're having issues. Also, Silver Bubbles said your audio is totally off. Kristen, guest host, you can barely hear. The people that join on your chat can hear normally. Got to keep adjusting to hear properly. Well, that's why Jim is our hero. He is constantly adjusting on the fly, making sure we're good to go. West Virginia Ben, also, my tax guy did my taxes, gave him my W-2, healthcare proof letter, student loan info, etc. Always finds me deductions I didn't know existed. Yeah, you can't get that kind of service on your phone, can you? All right, let's dive back in. Second half of the show. David, do you like it or not, fans? No, the Zoom room, which is how they're joining us live.
Love it.
It's the
Love
place
technology.
to be. But it looks like everyone else has figured out that the Zoom room is the hottest thing out there, too. I want you to take a look at this headline from the New York Post. Here's why the Zoom room trend might sell your home faster. Realtors say before the pandemic, home listings would brag about saunas, in-home theaters, and other fancy features. Now, though, more and more homeowners are looking for listings with Zoom rooms. In this context, a Zoom room, a dedicated space in your house where you can easily and comfortably attend a video conference call with coworkers, help your kids with schooling, etc., etc. According to the most recent Realtor.com Home Trends report, 56% more listings mention Zoom rooms selling at a median price of $514,000. So David, the idea of having a dedicated space in your house, a room just for Zoom calls, do you like that or not?
I do not like that. I like that. I hate it actually.
Yeah?
Because it makes me feel, there's something about coming to your place of work. Now again, if you're a remote person, that's fine. But I do like coming in and associating with people. So if you ever, it just shows that we're moving towards a more isolated society.
Okay, yeah, I
Not
get
to
that.
get all deep and philosophical on you, but I don't love this. It's like you just do it in the kitchen like us weirdos, and your kids are running around in the background, and you got a Pop-Tart cooking, and there you go.
Well, I mean, all of our Zoom room guests, I like to always kind of see where you're coming at us from. Christina and Eddie, you guys have a home studio, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, yeah, we have it's an office basically that we use as a studio. So, I mean, I think that's what the Zoom room is. It sounds like it's just.
It would be traditionally a home office, except now it feels like they're turning it more into like a conference center in your own house where anyone in the family could use it, as opposed to just being like mom or dad's office, is what I'm getting from this.
It's an office. I'm sorry. That's what it is. It's crazy.
Life is getting too easy now, man. It's getting too complicated and too easy at the same time. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, no, it's an office. It's an office. No, we don't like this. We don't like this.
David, how about you? Do you like the idea of having a dedicated Zoom room? Because you take us wherever you go. You've come to us from the park before.
I love that.
That's right. Yeah, bad idea. Dedicated room for like a VTC room or a Zoom room? Nah. It kind of reminds me of, like, you ever watch the Manning cast, and I'm wondering where they're doing that broadcast from. It looks like they're doing it from their home, where they have like a studio, but I don't know, maybe I think it actually is a studio made up to look like their home, but that's a waste of a space, a waste of room, to have it totally dedicated to just Zoom stuff.
It's also always fascinating to me, Chad. This is the kind of crap that you see on House Hunters that just drives you crazy all the time, where people are like, oh, it doesn't have a dedicated Zoom room. And you're like, you can just put a web camera anywhere and call it a Zoom room. Am I right?
Chris, welcome to my Zoom room. Now welcome to my bedroom. Now welcome to my DJ table.
Yeah.
Hey, my gourmet kitchen with my chef. I have a chef right here.
Multifunctional. That's why we love Chad.
Yeah. Well, yes. So welcome. Yeah, I don't dislike it, but I don't opulence. I don't have it.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Chad. If you're ever doing like a virtual fitness segment with someone, how difficult is it for Laura to kind of have to try to like get ready for whatever she needs to do, and like in the background try to squeeze around and not be caught on camera? Exactly.
Hey, get out of my shot.
Oh my God.
Keep working on my meatloaf.
Now who's the comedian?
He's in trouble after that goal. Jesus.
Laura can beat him up.
Yeah. Because like I take a shower like when I get home and he's on this, and I come out trying to do something and he's like, no, go back. So.
Like you guys don't allow nudity on this, right?
Jim's in charge of policing that. That's why we always say cameras on. Cameras on.
Ratings, Chris.
Ratings. The rule has always been cameras on, pants off. It's optional, but we try to only see you from the waist up. Allison, you get final say on this topic.
I just think what this sounds like, if you call your office a Zoom room, you can raise the value of your home. So when I sell my house, I'll call it my office a Zoom room. I love it.
Yeah, that's the smart way to approach this, is get that money. All right, we're going to try to squeeze this last one in. I've been trying to get it in for 2 days. Let's talk football and fashion now. David's a well-dressed guy. He knows. Did you see those short shorts that Oklahoma's kicker wore a couple weeks back during a game? The ones Kirk Herbstreit actually called Daisy Dukes. Take a look at number 29 there. Deion Sanders did, and he had some thoughts. In a recent podcast, Coach Prime questioned why coaches don't ban players from wearing them, calling it a, quote, matter of respect for the game. David, do you like this, or not? Or do you think players should have to wear pants, for God's sake?
No, I'm totally okay with this. And you know what's so funny? When Deion Sanders was playing, they used to wear crop tops.
Yeah, they did.
So that was
You're
like,
darn
he
right
is
they
so
did.
full of S. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
He just like, what are you doing? You're being such a hypocrite. Let the guy wear short shorts.
Let him wear his Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
All right, we ran out of time. Sorry I can't get to everyone in the Zoom room on this topic, but thank you so much for joining us. David, thank you so much for making your debut here.
That was awesome.
I
This is
appreciate
fun.
it. You're
Yeah.
welcome back anytime. Trust
course.
me.
Love it.
I have trouble booking the show some weeks. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. Fox 5 News at 8 is next. Tony P and I will be back with the latest on the shutdown, the Epstein emails, and much, much more at 9. Have a great night.